The diner sat on the lower tiers of Orion Station, wedged between a flickering repair shop and a pawn dealer that never closed. The smell of frying oils mixed with engine grease from the vents overhead. It was the kind of place spacers came when they had no better options. And Adam Mercer was just the waiter. He'd been working tables here for nearly 3 years. The job wasn't glamorous, carrying trays of synth coffee, dodging drunks, and cleaning up after alien customers who didn't believe in utensils, but it paid enough to keep his bunk and his dreams barely alive. Dreams he rarely spoke of anymore. Once, Adam had imagined piloting ships, maybe even owning one. But flight school was expensive, and dreams didn't pay the bills. So he smiled politely, delivered food, and tried to ignore the hollow ache inside. Until the night everything changed. The bell above the diner door chimed. Adam glanced up, tray balanced on one hand. A figure entered, cloaked and hunched, their steps slow and uneven. Rain from the artificial weather systems dripped off the stranger's shoulders. They chose a booth in the far corner. Adam approached with his practiced smile. "Welcome to Juno's Diner. What can I get for you?" The hood tilted back slightly. Beneath it, Adam saw a face marked by exhaustion, scaled skin dull from malnutrition, eyes sunken but sharp. A Zerani, one of the winged people driven from their homeworld by the Dominion Wars. Refugees filled the station now, most ignored by those in power. "Water," the Zerani rasped. "If you serve it freely." Adam hesitated. The diner charged for everything, even water. But the way the stranger's hands shook, he nodded. "Of course." One moment. Back at the counter, Juno herself raised a brow. "No tabs, Adam. You know the rules." "I'll cover it," Adam said quickly. He poured a glass of clean water and carried it back. The Zerani drank greedily, like a man lost in the desert. When the glass was empty, he exhaled and leaned back, wings drooping. "You are kind," he said softly. "Kindness is rare here." Adam shrugged. "Everyone deserves a drink of water." The Zerani studied him for a long moment, as though weighing something unseen. Then he spoke. "My name is Kaler, and I owe you a debt." Adam chuckled. "No debt. Just water." But Kaler only shook his head. 2 nights later, the diner erupted in chaos. A gang of station thugs stormed inside, 3 humans and a broad-shouldered Varkari. They demanded protection credits, shoving Juno against the counter. Adam froze, heart pounding. He wasn't a fighter. Then the lead thug noticed Kaler, who had returned to the diner, this time with a scrap of bread Adam had slipped him earlier. "Zerani scum," the thug sneered. "Looks like you forgot your place." He raised his baton. Something inside Adam snapped. "Leave him alone," Adam said, surprising even himself. He stepped between the thug and Kaler. The thug laughed. "The waiter wants to play hero?" The baton came down, but Adam caught it. Pain shot through his arm, but he held firm, shoving the thug back. Kaler rose suddenly, wings flaring despite his weakness. He moved with startling speed, disarming another thug with a twist and a kick. The fight was short and brutal. When it ended, the thug stumbled out, cursing. Adam stood trembling, adrenaline still flooding his veins. Juno cursed at the damage, but didn't fire him. Kaler, however, looked at him with new eyes. "You protected me," he said quietly. Adam swallowed. "I couldn't just stand by." Kaler placed a clawed hand on his shoulder. "Then perhaps you are the one I've been waiting for." The next day, Kaler returned with a small, worn data pad. He slid it across the counter. "What's this?" Adam asked. "Coordinates," Kaler said. "To something hidden. Something the Dominion thought destroyed. My people's last hope." Adam frowned. "Why tell me?" "Because you gave me water, when others gave me nothing. Because you stood against men who would have killed me. Because Kaler hesitated, his eyes hardening. Because you are human, and humans are different. Adam blinked. Different how? You see value where others see waste. You act when others look away. My people need that now. Adam's pulse quickened. I'm just a waiter. Kaler's voice was firm. Not anymore. Within days, Adam made his choice. He quit the diner, to Juno's exasperated protests. Using his meager savings and Kaler's guidance, he rented a small transport. Old, rusted, barely space-worthy, but it flew. For Adam, the cockpit controls felt like touching destiny. Together, they set out toward the coordinates. The journey was perilous. Pirates prowled the lanes, and Dominion patrols scanned ships for contraband. Adam learned quickly under Kaler's instruction how to dodge, how to barter, how to trust his instincts. And then, deep in an abandoned sector, they found it. A derelict Zerani vessel, hidden within an asteroid field. Larger than any Adam had ever seen, its hull scarred but intact. The last ark, Kaler whispered, his voice breaking. The final vessel that carried our young before the Dominion struck. I thought it lost forever. Inside, they found cryopods. Hundreds of them. Children, sleeping, preserved. Adam's breath caught. You mean? Kaler nodded, tears in his eyes. My people live. Our future lives. But I could not have done this alone. Adam stared at the rows of pods, a weight settling on his chest. He had wanted to be a pilot. Now he was more. He was responsible for a people's survival. Word spread quickly. The Zerani refugees rallied to the Ark, hidden on the edge of Dominion reach. With Adam's help, they restored systems, brought power back online. Kaler named him their liaison, the bridge between Zerani and human. At first, Adam resisted. I don't know how to lead. Kaler only smiled. You know how to care. That is enough. And it was. When Dominion scouts eventually came, Adam flew the battered transport like a predator, drawing them away while the Ark cloaked itself in the asteroid field. His daring maneuvers became legend among the refugees. He was no longer just a waiter. He was Adam Mercer, the man who gave water to a stranger and in return found purpose. Years later, when the Zerani rebuilt their colony on a distant, green world, Adam stood beside Kaler as honored kin. Children ran through the streets, free and laughing. Markets buzzed with life, Zerani dishes mingling with human flavors. One child tugged Adam's sleeve. Is it true? You used to serve food in a diner? Adam laughed. It's true. The child grinned. And now you're a hero. Adam's smile softened. No. I'm just someone who did the right thing when it mattered. But in his heart, he knew the truth. One act of kindness had changed everything. It had changed his destiny. And it had saved a people.